happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Serious trauma detected. Serious trauma detected. Rogue defender drone detected. An agent needs assistance. An agent needs assistance.
The enemy is too strong. We might have to pull you out.
What's up guys, Patrick Wolf here. Welcome to another Division 2 build video. So today's build video is going to be the Wolf King build. This is an absolute beast of a build. This is a PvE and a PvP variant. You can change it up depending on what weapon you want to use. It doesn't even matter, but I'm going to showcase to you guys the way that I would swap this build, because this is going to be mainly a PvE build, but you can, with just a few tweaks, convert this into a PvP build and absolutely wreck people. It's such a strong build, and this is one of the best in the game right now in TU9. So stick around and let's get into this. So the first thing we need to know is what kind of build this is. This build is absolutely incredible. It keeps you alive. You can face tank heroic NPCs without going into cover, without moving away, without proccing an armor kit. You just tank a whole wave of enemies without taking any damage whilst killing all of them. It's insane, as you guys saw from the clip. So I just want to get straight into it and just showcase this and how you're going to do this. Now, funny enough, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I used Firewall in that clip, which was wrong. I was still testing. Gunner would have given me an extra 10% armor on kill, so I would have been getting 10% more armor, which is crazy. So make sure you guys use Gunner because of this. Incessant is really, really good with this build, very strong. Then we're going to go for everything else, make sure everything else is active. LMG, and swap this, put it onto SMG, because that's what we're going to be using. PvE, we're going to use LMG, PvP, SMG. So make sure you guys have that active, the damage wise. Then just put everything else on. By now you guys should have everything else activated. So the first thing we need to go over is the weapons. Now this is going to depend on where you want to play. If you guys go into PvE, Bullet King works extremely well because you never have to reload. It also works in PvP, but if you want to go into PvP, make sure you use this SMG. It absolutely melts players. It's crazy. So make sure you decide and change it up, because it does help. The problem is reloading. So you could, if you were at range, you could use the Bullet King, but PvE, Bullet King, PvP, we're going to be using the SMG. So as you guys can see, I have stacked incoming repairs to the max because we have got clutch and unbreakable on this build with a lot of crit damage and crit chance. This is my favorite build so far in TU9 by a mile. I got so excited when I started testing this because it worked so incredibly well. We've got 1.4 million armor, 310k health. Remember, this is nowhere near min-maxed. I only made this today, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to go and min-max this and change it up. Okay, so we're very tanky. We do a decent amount of damage. Our crit chance is almost max. We heal ourselves so incredibly well, and I'm going to explain that to you guys in a second because a lot of people are sleeping on this talent. So the Bullet King, make sure you guys go and reconfigure it, get it nice and high, highly rolled. Make sure to get this stranded tanker for the holster, but for this you want to do the final boss in New York. Let me quickly show you guys how to get it, because the Bullet King is a must for PvE for this build. I'll show you guys exactly where to go. Now there's 2 missions you can do to get this, the tombs, and I think the other one, to be honest, I would say just do the tombs. There's another one there as well. Just make sure you complete this. You can do it. It's very, very easy. And you get the Bullet King probably after a few runs. You don't have to do it on Heroic. It's completely up to you guys. But just make sure to go give it a run. Do the tombs, and you should be able to pick it up within a few hours if your RNG is on your side. So let's carry on with the build. So once you've got the Bullet King, this is just going to absolutely smelt players. Yes, smelt them. Because you're just constantly firing at the NPCs or in players in PvP. It's up to you guys what you want to use. And you can do a lot of damage whilst never having to reload, constantly getting that beautiful heal from the clutch. So bullet hell, you guys know about it. I'm not going to explain too much in too detail. Just make sure you guys roll this and reconfigure it to get a good roll. Then in PvP, I'm going to swap over to this weapon right here, which is hits so hard from actually quite a lot of range as well, from quite a distance. 1200 RPM, 64k base with strained. Now you could use preservation to get your armor up even more, another 10%, which could be really good. But this is just better in PvP because of the RPM. You can still melt players in 1 mag easily, and you heal a lot faster because of the RPM. So in PvP, just swap to this gun right here. Okay guys, let's have a look at this build. So the main reason why I've got Coyote's Mask is because we want to get as much crit chance as we can and extra crit damage, because we can't stack crit chance that much, especially because my build doesn't have a lot of crit chance. I still need to min-max it. It's nowhere near perfect. So make sure you use the Coyote Mask because we want to roll on weapon damage. We still want to be able to output some damage. Pack Instinct. So a lot of the times when you're using this build, you're going to be up close. So you're going to be getting high amounts of crit damage. But you can also use it between 25 meters and above, which means we will be getting max crit chance for our Bullet King, which is very, very nice at 25 meters. So I recommend trying to use this as a further enough range as possible, because as farthest as possible, because you can actually get the 25% crit chance, which really works extremely well. That's the whole idea behind that. The chest piece, now you can use an RNK chest piece or a 511, one of those two. Roll armor. Now you need to roll armor because we have got the 2-piece, which is incoming repairs 15%, which is incredibly strong. I've got hazard protection, I've got explosive resistance, which does help, but ideally I would rather have, instead of explosive resistance, crit chance. But I need to find another chest piece. I've been trying, cannot get it, need to grind some more. So maybe some more crit chance, but make sure you guys mod incoming repairs. We are going to be stacking incoming repairs onto this build. That's why it's so strong. Unbreakable will give us 95% of our armor back. I don't need to explain it anymore. It's really, really good at this build. That helps you even more by getting 95% armor back every time, every 60 seconds. So it's a must. So make sure you guys use the 2-piece. Not only do we get health, but incoming repairs is the reason. I'm trying to stack as much incoming repairs as possible, because that actually stacks with clutch. So make sure you guys do that. The holster, just with LMG to get myself more damage. It's not, you don't have to use this. You can use a Sokolov for the SMG, depending on what variant you're using. So this is where you can change the build. If you guys want to go into PvP, put on a Sokolov Concern or a Grupo, it's up to you. If you want to do PvE, use this because the Bullet King is very, very good. So just put crit chance. I don't have the right holster. I've tried so hard to get the right holster. My RNG is bad. Roll armor, crit chance, crit damage. Then on the backpack, this is one of the most important parts of the build. Now the Devil's Due is needed because that extra buff that you get, it's 20% armor. I think the normal clutch is only 15, so you guys need to make sure you get the Devil's Due. And the best part of this backpack is that it's got crit chance and it's got a blue mod slot, which means we can put incoming repairs, which all stacks clutch. So if you're below 20% armor, critical hits repair 2.5% missing armor. Now I'm going to explain to you guys why this is so strong in a second. Kills allow you to repair up to 100% armor for 4 to 10 seconds based on your number of core attributes, red core attributes. So the whole reason why people don't use this is because they see below 20% armor and they're like, well, you can't heal yourself that well. I'm going to showcase and show you guys exactly how to do that. So just bear with me. At the end of the video, stick around and I will be demonstrating it in the firing range to give you guys an idea how to use it. So make sure you guys put incoming repairs again, I could have max crit chance easily if I just had crit chance instead of armor regen, but armor regen is actually not that bad. It helps with clutch, so just make sure you guys get a decent backpack. I need to find a better one. So once that's out the way and done, then you just got to move on to the gloves. These are actually very important. Death grips give us 5% armor on kill, which is great because that gives us a total of 15% armor on kill, which is just going to keep stacking with the clutch and the incoming repairs. So it all stacks, so it's incredible. So make sure you guys use the 2-piece 511 for the incoming repairs. It's great. Then crit chance as usual. Make sure you roll armor. So we just want 2 reds and then 4 blues. The knee pads, R and K, this is very important. You need R and K. You could either use the chest piece, would be ideal, but I don't have an R and K chest piece, that's good. Then you could just use these. Crit chance, hazard protection, max roll armor for that 15% incoming repairs. So we got 30% incoming repairs just from the gear, another 18% on the backpack, and then a further 17.5 on the chest. I'm gonna show you guys exactly how much we've got now. Let's look at the stats. Alright, so I'm gonna go over this. We're still hitting pretty decent amounts of numbers. Crit chance is not high, but it will be maxed out when we're utilizing the coyote mask, by the way, which is good. Then over here, incoming repairs 65%, which is really strong. This is why I can just tank enemies in heroic missions without dying, and it's so good. So defender drone, I'm not going to explain too much on that. And then pulse, just to help myself, I like to use in PvE the normal pulse, and then PvP the jammer, because you can still get just spammed with skills and seeker mines and everything like that. So it is a bit tricky in PvP. Any build is tricky to use that doesn't involve skills, because there's a skill spamming everywhere these days. Okay, so just a quick summary of the build. We are stacking incoming repairs, and we can actually tank so much damage and just constantly run through missions without having to go into cover or proc armor kits. It's so good, and I really want you guys to give this a try. This is my new favorite build in TU9. Alright, let's go to the firing range. I just want to quickly demonstrate to you guys why it's so strong right now, and why it could be confusing to think the 20% doesn't sound that good. Okay guys, so I'm in the firing range now. Let me quickly explain what's actually happening and why clutch is so people overlook it for its, they think it's weak. It's actually probably, in my opinion, one of the best backpack talents right now, and it works extremely well. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to lower my armor with trying not to proc unbreakable. Oh, there we go. Well, I just procced it. Let's just go all the way down. So I'm on 0 armor now. So just have a look. I only have 30% crit chance, and I don't think the enemies are even 25 meters and above. And watch how quickly my armor gets raised as soon as I do this. Look at that, guys. Look how it's going up. That is absolutely insane. It's already full, and this constantly goes up. And here's the thing: when you kill an enemy, it allows you to refill your armor to the maximum mark. Now, a lot of people get a bit confused with clutch, because this is what they will do. So we are below the 20% mark, which it says on the backpack. This is why it's so strong, by the way, because it gets you to the 20% mark. Even if you don't kill players when you face tank in PvP, it still maintains that 20% so well. You don't need any more, because you're just constantly refreshing that 20% of your armor. But have a look here. So that was very quick. We're already at 20%. It's not going to go up anymore. It will not go up anymore. And then people think, oh, this is terrible. But that 20% is so fast and rapid, as you guys can see from heroic missions. I can just tank everything. And then if we just have a look here, I'm going to lower it back down again. I'm going to get a kill. And this is what makes it so good in PvE especially. So I've killed him. Watch this. Look how fast it's raising my armor. That's insane. It's just blitzing it up. And when you use an SMG, it could potentially be even better. But just remember that you need to understand how the mechanic works as clutch. So you need to regenerate your 20% armor. That's why it's so potent. But to get it to go over that, to stack incoming repairs even further, to get up to 100% armor, you need to get a kill. That's where people get mistaken. But like I said, the reason why it's still so good is that first initial 20% is enough to keep you alive, to face tank people. Like, as you guys can see, I'm tanking so much damage in the clips, and I'm still just keeping it. It's just really good, and I wanted to explain it to you guys in a bit more in detail. But yeah, so that, I hope I've explained the build enough to you. I know I've been going on about it, but it's very complicated. I think some people don't understand how it works. Incoming repairs will stack with it and make the healing even better. This is nowhere near min-max. If I can get 60% crit chance on my Bullet King, it'll be insane. I'll be able to heal way more. So I hope you guys give it a try. This is It's actually crazy strong, this. Honestly, it's really, really good. I'm so happy with it. You guys will see me using this a lot. So please make sure to give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are you going to adapt it? Always adapt my builds to your own playstyle. I always give templates. You can change this up as long as you've got the 2 RNH, the 2 511, Seska, the Devil's Due. Make sure you guys stack incoming repairs. So that being said, please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, click the notification bell, and I'll be seeing you agents in the next video.